guys, so today we are answering the questions you guys keep messaging me related to our infertility. So that's why Justin's here, because I can't make a baby by myself.
Well, science.
I still need sperm. But some of these questions are funny, but I literally just pick the questions that I keep getting asked over and over, and a lot of them are sent to my inbox because I know some people aren't comfortable talking about their infertility in the comments because they're worried like family members will see, which I don't think that can happen, guys. You have to like link the comment on intentionally to your Google Plus. So, and we also first off want to tell you our decision for if you guys, well, obviously if you guys are watching this, you've probably been following the situation. The situation is that we had to decide basically if we wanted to do Femera by itself for $800 in monitoring, Femera with the IUI for $1,500, that would include monitoring and all that, or IUI and injectables for like the best chance, but for like $2,600. But the one thing about that is we still don't know what the doctor's recommendation is. So we just kind of made a decision for each scenario as if he said, okay, you can pick between the 3 of them or the 2 of them. So pretty much right off the bat, we eliminated just the Femera. We've done 5 rounds of Clomid. At this point, we feel like we might need more. Even if we, like I ovulate, we might need more than that alone. So that's off the table. And then unless he says you absolutely need injectables, that's off the table for the first round, right?
Yes. We're
going to try the Femera with the IUI first, if that is something that the doctor says is a good idea. He could say you don't have any eggs left barely, you need IVF, and then
yeah.
We haven't even tried to think about that.
That's a whole other issue. Hopefully that won't be the case.
Knock on wood. Okay. Hopefully. So it's like buying a car. Anyway, so that's our decision. I'm just going to get into the questions you guys ask me a lot. The first one is, I'm probably be talking for most of this because Justin's just now getting comfortable in front of the camera, and this is his first actual sit-down video, besides just kind of being like in the background of the vlog.
Is that what you're in the background?
Spoopy.
Yeah, next time we're filming, I'm gonna get up behind you and just...
we don't say spooky, we say spoopy. Why do we say that?
I don't
know. Anyway, so basically I get a lot of questions from new subscribers what our story is, and I'm gonna like make it really short so this video isn't super long. Basically, we've been trying for 2 years, 9 months. When my cycle comes, we'll be on 2 years, 10 months. I shouldn't sound so negative. If my cycle comes, if I'm not pregnant, it'll be 2 years and 10 months. We've had 1 loss in the very beginning. I have polycystic ovarian syndrome. He doesn't have any infertility factors. His swimmers are fine. And we've done 5 rounds of Clomid. And at first I didn't get a period at all. In the Clomid I got a period. And then I started taking metformin at the same time I started taking Clomid. And I think the metformin brought on weight loss that I could not lose weight. Like I knew I had PCOS and I didn't know like any of the hormonal side effects or what it did to our bodies. So it took finally finding a doctor that was like, here's metformin so you can lose weight. Not that it's a magic diet pill, I've had to work for it, guys. But, well, not at first because I was sick on fertility drugs. I don't even try to say that that weight was me trying, but basically I continued what I was trying to do to lose weight in the first place. With metformin, I've lost 60 pounds and we're still not pregnant. I mean, obviously I'm still overweight, but so we're moving forward with the Fertility Institute in Houston, Texas, which we will be filming our journey, like IUI and everything. I've gotten clearance from corporate. My doctor's okay with it. So that will be filmed, the journey, if you guys are curious what it's like. Also, if you guys are having to look into IVF, in the description box below, I'm going to link a blog that belongs to my friend Crystal, who is currently going through IVF and blogging about it. So I thought that'd be a good option for you guys if IUI isn't something that y'all are able to do. If they told you like you have to have IVF, her like blog is the walkthrough the process she's going through right now. So the link, I believe it's like Infertility Fighters at Blogger, but I'm just gonna put the link below. The first thing I put. And then, okay, so why, this is one of these are questions, like I said in the beginning, I kind of like found were asked a lot, so I just decided to make a video. Why did we decide to start sharing this? You feel like you didn't get... I don't think he decided anything. I think I decided to start sharing it with you guys. Not that you didn't mind, right?
No, I think it kind of started off as a Facebook thing and then kind of grew into this.
Yeah, we kind of decided we were after it got to the point where we've been infertile for so long, and we're kind of tired of, after being married almost 10 years, we've been asked since literally the day we got married, even before. Do you remember when your mom was like, "This car is big enough for a stroller"?
Yes, I do remember.
Like, we're high school sweethearts, and even since like before we were married, people were like, "When you have kids, when you have kids, when you have kids," and it didn't bother us. We just used to be like, "We're not ready," and we got ready, and then we couldn't have them, and then we finally got tired of that question. So, and I personally got really sick of having to see everyone. Not that I'm not happy for people to get pregnant or anything like that, but feeling like I had to be happy for people that are pregnant and they get to talk about their pregnancy all the time, but I couldn't talk about my infertility because it's so taboo. So I just decided, fuck it. Sorry about the language, but you guys are my subscribers, know I have a sailor's mouth. I just decided, screw it, and I started talking about it. And those questions, we haven't been asked that question in a long time. In fact, people don't even like bother us with it. It's great. So yeah, that is kind of, we started off on Facebook, and then when I started YouTube, it was for fibromyalgia, to like help people with fibromyalgia. I never thought at the time when we started trying that we would be infertile, and it came to the point where I'm like, this is something somebody needs to talk about, because there are other people going through it that are doing it silently, and they don't they're not comfortable coming out and saying they're infertile. I mean, we found recently like a lot of friends and coworkers and stuff that actually have fertility issues that we never knew, because they don't talk about it and there's no outlet for it. So I was like, well, I'm going to talk about it. So that's how it got started, and then it kind of blew up into this thing where I felt like it was making people feel better, it was helping them. So we decided to go all out, balls to the wall, and record our whole journey with the IUI. So will we do family vlogs? I don't know.
I'm not sure what a family vlog is.
Basically, you're asking, are we going to continue to do daily vlogs when we have a family? I feel like we already do family vlogs. Our dogs are our kids. Hello. Hello. That's a family vlog.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Crunch, crunch, crunch in the background.
Yeah. That crunching you hear, I should have addressed that in the beginning. That is them eating their giant bones they got at Christmas, because that's the only way to keep them quiet. Well, not exactly quiet, but to keep them from knocking down all the equipment and the lights and all that stuff while we film. Will we film everything, including the birth? Yeah.
Yes, but not in the way that I think some people are thinking.
What do you mean?
Like,
you're not going to see my vagina.
Yeah, I'm not going to film the baby coming out, but we'll have footage from every step.
I mean, we have a GoPro, and when we got it, we kind of thought, and we bought like the head thing, and we kind of thought like, before I got this new camera, this fancy schmancy camera I got for my birthday, we kind of thought like, well, if Justin's wearing the GoPro on his head, then he's able to be in the moment, but we're still able to like have that footage, and not just for YouTube. I'm not filming my baby's birth just for YouTube. Like, you guys were taken into consideration, but I think that's something after everything we've been through that we would want to have. Yeah, like,
that's something we would do anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, just all our baby pictures, just as I bet you anything he's gonna have like a red spot right here from where the GoPro was.
I haven't decided if I'm going to wear it on the head or on the chest. We'll just have to see.
well, yeah, I don't know, we'll see. But now that I actually have this camera, I was partly thinking too that it might be a situation where it can be set up kind of behind me. It just all depends on what the hospital allows, which we're getting way ahead of ourselves with these questions, people. I'm not even pregnant yet, but thanks for the positive energy. Have we considered adoption? Yeah, we're kind of in the process of fostering, adopting. A part of that question was like, basically, I think people kind of assumed when they say adoption that we were going to go to like an adoption agency and try to get with like a teen mom that was currently pregnant and that kind of situation where we're paying $40,000 just to have a baby. That's not, and we're not adopting internationally because that's, and it's not just the price. I feel like there's so many, we feel like there's so many kids that need a home. And I've always told Justin, like, I had a good childhood, but there were times when it was like we could have been taken away, and I'm not really going to get into that because my mom did have an alcohol problem when I was younger. And my biggest fear was always like being taken away, losing my family, and like not being with my siblings. So we're open to sibling groups as well because, you know, the thought of like, as a child, that was a big fear for me. So
I forget the number, but there's several thousand kids just in Texas alone that need homes. So it doesn't really make sense to me to go out of state or out of country for that.
No. And we're also, we're not just adopting, we're doing the foster route probably, where basically, I mean, like dumpster babies, crack babies, or toddlers, whatever, in the situation they get taken from their parents. So it will be an emotional thing for us to go through because we'll have to wait and wait and wait for the parents' rights to be terminated. I will, since Justin's the one that works, I'll be the one having to take the child, our child, to visit these parents. And I've worked a lot with kids that have been in the foster care system and adoption and gone through all that stuff, and it's hard. I've seen how hard it is on a family, but I think we're capable of handling that because usually the outcome when parents do not have any business keeping their children, usually CPS takes their children. So it's just a long emotional journey, but I think we're equipped to deal with it. So yeah, I hope that answered that question. Will we adopt other ethnicities is another question. That's not even, I think, a thought that crossed our mind. I mean, to be completely honest, we probably won't have a white child through adoption. And we're perfectly fine with that because there's, I don't even know why that, when we're filling out the thing, we're like, why is there even a box for ethnicities you're willing to adopt and not adopt? Like, I don't, a child's a child. It doesn't matter the color of their skin, or I'm not mean to like offend anybody that might have just checked that white only box or whatever their ethnicity is and only want to adopt their ethnicity, because I guess maybe it's hard to have a child with a different ethnicity. But
I'm sure there are reasons, but it's just not a factor for us.
Yeah, it's not something that, I have a very blended family. Some of your family's very blended. I have Hispanic, African American. I'm like part Native American. So that's just never been something that's ever mattered to us. So yeah, it's not even a question in our mind. That's not the right email. Those pictures of my hair. What made us decide this? No, this is gonna, I already answered this question, the person that asked it, but I wanted to just see his reaction. What made us decide to start trying to have kids so young? People think we're like 21.
Yeah, we're 31.
We're 31. We're not. We got married at like 21. Yeah. But we're actually, I thank you for thinking we're that young. In fact, he was talking to me tonight about like he couldn't even like, he never gets carded. He got carded tonight. They usually card him, but don't card him, but tonight they did. So I think that was like, I'm really tired. But I think that was like a kind of like, oh wow. Because yeah, usually they stop carding us.
I was a little surprised. Yeah, she's like, let me see your ID. Really?
Yeah. So I think that, yeah, I thought that would just make you laugh a little bit. This is the last question, when will we do the husband tag?
So you gotta put me on the spot to answer.
No. I think because you already told me, he told me basically he would do it, right?
Yeah.
So it's basically up to me, and my decision has kind of been that we will do it as my, because it gets, this, it sounds so weird to say this, but it's the most requested thing I get, and that is going to be my thank you when I reach 1,000 subscribers, which I'm getting really close to so soon, basically soon. And then I'll do like a thank you video too. Just like, oh, boom, here's a husband tag for you guys. But I mean, that because you guys asked me for that so much, that's going to be kind of like something I put out around that time as a thank you. And yeah, so that's when I feel like he finally got on camera, like in this situation, not just vlogging. So obviously we'll do the husband tag, but yeah. I mean, that's all the questions I get on a daily basis that are repetitive. So I just wanted to get that out there, put that out there. And you guys keep asking me what our decision was. So now you know, as soon as my doctor calls next week and tells us, hopefully, that Femera and IUI are okay, then we will tell them we're ready, right? I don't think we're going to wait.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to wait any longer.
Yeah. We've waited long enough. Also, we're sending in like the final thing we need to do for CPS to get ready for classes. So we're sending that out tomorrow. So I don't know what will happen first. Oh, and I feel like this question is going to be coming, so I might as well address this. I'm sorry this video is so long, but I know this question is going to come. What's going to happen if we get pregnant and miss these CPS classes and all that? And what I told my dad pretty much is how you feel, right? Like our. So what we're going to do is continue, if I happen to get pregnant, continue with our classes, because you can put your foster adoption license on a hold, meaning you're not accepting any foster or anything like that for the time being. So we would probably go through with our classes, get that done, get our home, what is it called?
Inspection.
Not an inspection, it's called something else.
I can't remember the term they use.
Study.
Home study. Home
study. Get our home study done, and then get our license and wait, you know, have our biological child, and then once we're comfortable, you know, got into a routine with it, because you know, you take time. It takes time when you first have a newborn. I know this because I was a nanny and I've taken care of a lot of newborns. I was also a preschool teacher, but you know, you've got to get into a routine. So probably once they were about 3 or 4 months old, we would probably be open to starting to take fosters. I don't know like the situation exactly, but we would not be like, oh, never mind, we had a baby, we're not interested in this, because honestly, I think that if we were lucky enough to have one, that's probably, at this rate, gonna be the only one that God gives us.
Right. And plus, I think CPS has some procedures around that. If your family situation changes after you've obtained your license, then there's a couple other things that they have to do. But
yeah, we'll have to probably go through other classes or something.
Yeah, we'll just have to see.
But we're not counting, and not to sound negative, but we're not counting on, we're gonna do this IUI and get pregnant, and that's why we're going forward with the CPS thing, because we're ready to be parents. And we're just tired of waiting. So anyways, that's it. I'm going to wrap this up. This video is getting really long, and we'll see you guys later. Bye. Say bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. I don't think anything bothers me in a video as much as my hair being funky. Hi! Oh my god, it's going in the bloopers. Hey guys, I'm not wearing any pants! I got to see what you would do.
Are we supposed to be wearing pants?
I know. YouTubers don't wear pants. You didn't know that?
Oh.
We don't wear pants. On any pajamas. That's what we do. Okay. I used to use this time since I have nails on. I also like push my hair to the front so it looks like I have more hair. I should have done trick.
thought you were about to go. Me.
No, sometimes I go. I don't just like go press the picture button. I take like video screenshots.
Selfie. That's probably a weird face.
Change it. Like you're hosing again.
Hmm?
Show some teeth. Change yours. That's a wrap.